Welcome back. Today we're tackling Midori's Paralogue, which is probably the most unreliable map in the entire challenge, at least in terms of random enemy movement. So much so that for the first time, I've had to water down my strategy for the map to be more in line with a completely unplanned playthrough of the game. So this one will have more of a general plan and not a whole lot of super tight intricacies. The goal of this map is defeat boss, which on its own is simple enough. I could have Hinoka one-round her on the first turn if I really wanted, but that would deprive me of an unreal amount of experience. Much like Sophie's Paralogue, this one is a shared route map, and that means scattered across the map there are way over-leveled enemies that provide a lot of experience. This map is perfect for an under-leveled Hayato rushing to level 15. Another important reason to stick around in this map is because of the girl of the hour, Midori. She's been hyped up this entire playthrough, and that's because there are a lot of things that make her a very special unit. The first is that she has Salvage Blow from Rinkah, which is going to be amazing for getting free weapons, as her personal skill gives her an extra 20% chance to activate it, and when she promotes, she'll get Profiteer, a skill that has a luck percent chance to give you a free gold bar for your first action on the first 7 turns of a map. She's also another apothecary, and apothecaries are awesome. Before we begin, it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Shiro is becoming a Butler. This reclass is purely a meme decision, and is actively making the run harder. Should be fun. He's also getting one of the arm scrolls. He'll need that for the Sting Shuriken on this map. Immediately, Midori goes below Azure to grab some weapons and a tonic, and then she promotes. Profiteer comes from the merchant class, so obviously that's the class we're going with. Azura sings to Midori so she can fly over to the other side of the woods with Scarlet, who I brought along for this mission for hammer access and more flight options. Before pairing up, Midori uses the speed tonic. This used to matter so she didn't get doubled by an adventurer way later on, but I had messed up in the positioning on this clear, so I had to improvise something new. I'm still keeping this version of the clear though, because it overall ended me up with better experience distribution. Scarlet is in range of one of the 2 generals, which will end up pulling the second one closer to her group as well. Back over on the west side, there's a Berserker and Adventurer that we immediately want to get rid of. The Berserker presents the perfect opportunity to defeat Hayato, but first I'm gonna have to weaken it with Corrin and Mitama. Corrin uses his 8 movement to reach a spot where Mitama can use his dual strike, and then he's going to reclass with his friendship seal. He's going to be going into Swordmaster, as I eventually want him to grab Swordfare for a constant +5 damage. He's level 8 right now, so there isn't a whole lot of time I have left before reclassing for skills becomes a serious problem for his experience gain. While Bow Knight will be missed, it won't be too necessary for the upcoming Paralogues. Hayato could kill the enemy now, but his hit rates are a little dicey. To remedy this, all he needs is a dual strike partner in the form of Ryoma.
fight together. We stand together. So weak.
Sophie will use that same dual strike partner to kill off the adventurer.
I've got your back. I'll finish this.
Thanks.
Both Sophie and Mitama are in range of a paladin to the north, however, neither of them are in any danger. The paladin will always prefer to go for Sophie because she's holding a weapon that can't double and loses to the paladin's silver lance in the weapon triangle. On enemy phase, all of the enemies in Candace's group will start heading towards the exit in the top right corner of the map. The movement of these enemies are completely random. The worst offender of this bunch being the strategist, who from what I've seen can end up in 5 different tiles on this one enemy phase, and the other 2 that could cause a reset are the Berserker and Sorcerer on the left hand side. In this clear, I ended up getting very close to the best case scenario. All enemies cooperated except for the strategist, who I needed to end up improvising on.
What a letdown.
I've been waiting for this. Allow me.
To start off this turn, Mitama and Corrin work together to kill the paladin.
I'll protect you. Let me drop. Let's go.
Can you do this one?
All right.
Now that that's taken care of, I'm going to do some shuffling around for better unit positioning.
We have no choice.
I'm here with you.
Let me help you.
Hayato moves below Corrin to give rally luck to him. That rally, combined with the weapon triangle, his avoid bonus from being in Swordmaster, and the adjacency bonuses he'll get from being next to Ryoma and Mitama, the Malignite he's in range of has 0 hit on him. That's crucial because the Malignite will lunge Corrin in range of the Paladin, which can kill him if they both hit. Back over on Scarlet's side, she's going to equip the Bolt Axe for a weak dual strike against the General for Shiro.
Winning combination.
Now I'm in the mix.
Seal defense is one hell of a skill.
You're on. Got this.
Amazing.
The most crucial of the random enemy movements on turn 1 is the Sorcerer on Candace's right. Sometimes this Sorcerer will choose to either go below Candace, which is also fine, but if he goes to her left, their ranges will overlap and I won't be able to kill him with Hanoka on enemy phase.
No turning back now. Mind if I join in? Okay. What?
We can do this. Now face my wrath.
Corrin has perfectly set up 2 kills for Hayato. The Malignite in particular is very conveniently positioned in a way that lets him use Mitama's bow dual strike.
I had it covered. Ha 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 ha!
No.
Azura sings to him so he can do the same thing to the Paladin. However, this time he should use the Calamity Gate for the guaranteed one-shot.
We've got this. Learned your lesson?
I'm now going to use the Dragon Vein to pull back the rest of Candace's group towards my army. Notably, the Berserker 2 tiles below the Strategist is in its best possible position, as it allows Ryoma to kill it while adjacent to Corrin. Sometimes, it will end up in the tile just northeast of the Strategist, which causes Ryoma to need to separate from the group, which leaves him very vulnerable. He can't one-shot any of the enemies without a dual strike, so not even Vantage would save him. Sometimes, the adventurer near Candace will be in a position that has its range cover a spot directly above Corrin. In cases where that happens, I put Kaze right above Corrin to serve as bait and would feed the adventurer to Hayato on the subsequent turn. Unfortunately, in this case, the adventurer will just attack into Corrin and die.
I won't mess up.
Sophie continues to move north. Best case scenario for her would have been that the strategist would be directly in the spot that she wants to go to, which lets her gain a level up from her next kill. This is still fine though. She'll still get her next level up on this map, and that's all that matters. The rest of my units just want to stay outside of enemy range this turn.
I'll protect you. You're not done yet. You fought bravely. This is my chance. We've got this. For the glory of Hoshido! We're done here. Show no mercy. Allow me. I can always count on you.
On turn 3, Candace moves to a spot that surrounds her with 2 impassable tiles. Since she's bow-locked, that means I can surround her with Scarlet and Hinoka, and she will be completely unable to do anything for the remainder of the map. Scarlet will eventually swap places with Kaze, but Hinoka is pretty much done for this mission. A majority of my units will not really do much, but continue to move forwards. I did try to play as if most things had gone the correct way, with some slight variation to adapt to the current situation. A good example being Hayato healing Ryoma instead of killing an adventurer, which makes Ryoma healthy enough to more comfortably go in range of the Wyvern Lord on the other side of the map.
Let me help you. We can do this. Everything will be fine.
There's also a second Wyvern on this map, who I'll have Sophie kill with Mitama's dual strike now. I'd rather not have to worry about enemy flyers in a map that already has pretty bad enemy movement circumstances. Orochi moves below Ryoma to heal him back to full.
Looks like we have no choice.
Midori pairs up with Shiro to start heading towards the center area and meet back with the rest of the group.
Game time! You're not alone. I'm here for you! Here we go!
Trouble rarely travels alone. I did it! I did it!
Now that the wyverns are taken care of, Ryoma heads straight for the dragon vein in the center, with the help from Azura singing.
Stay alert.
Ryoma is in range of 2 sorcerers. He'll fight only one of them on enemy phase, but he may as well use this opportunity to help his son train a bit of dagger rank, assuming no crits. Much like the last turn, most of my units are still too far away to contribute to anything, so most will just keep moving forwards. The next turn, we will finally start getting back into the action.
Everything will be fine.
Corrin notably drops Hayato adjacent to the strategist, which allows Midori to use his dual strike and get Hayato some extra experience.
I am at your service.
Don't make me laugh. Midori can do this.
I'm here. My turn!
Midori is killing it with these Profiteer procs. I could wait on killing the strategist, as it's also completely surrounded at the moment, but my other units do want to keep moving forwards on the next turn, so I just have Scarlet do the job.
No turning back now. Not bad.
Despite being deployed for the first time since she joined a full 12 maps ago, Scarlet's doing pretty well for herself. It's unfortunate that we're going to be very soon getting another Wyvern Lord that we'll have to train. Otherwise, I would probably want to use her a lot more.
Not bad.
Normally I have Midori kill this enemy sorcerer with the dual Yumi while being adjacent to Ryoma, as Midori's positioning would have been different had it not been for the strategist on the last turn. That would leave Midori completely healthy, which is important for future turns, but since she's damaged, I need to have her take the vulnerary in Scarlet's inventory and use it before killing the sorcerer. Azura sings to Midori, so she's able to move out of Candace's range.
You're on!
It should be no surprise that this berserker near Ryoma is going to be fed to Hayato, after he gets weakened by Shiro, of course. It's a perfect opportunity to train his Shuriken rank.
Come on! My strength is yours!
No dying on me.
I've got your back. Let me help.
You're good. Very good.
Thankfully for this, there's really not much different from what I had normally intended, allowing me to comfortably continue with what I had planned now that the hard part is over with.
Should be interesting.
Show me what you've got.
The most important of these being Corrin pairing up with Silas to go in range of the Berserkers in the south. Corrin is by far the best counter to all the Berserkers on this map because not only does he have very high natural avoid, but the Noble Yato gives Corrin an extra 10. He's near invincible against these guys. I only want to have Corrin in range of one of the Berserkers here though, because I'd rather feed the rest of them to units that would appreciate the experience more than him. Corrin will be allowed to sweep a little bit soon, but now is not the time.
On my honor as a knight. I won't surrender! Guess I did it right.
On this turn, I need to be extra careful with getting units over to Corrin to kill the other two Berserkers, as messing up here could cost the run by accidentally breaking the rules I have in place. The first order of business, however, is for Corrin to weaken the level 12 Berserker with the Brass Katana. Hayato can now pair up with Scarlet so she can fly over to him and kill the Berserker. Unfortunately, Scarlet is a bit far away, so she isn't able to quite reach the tile next to Corrin. We'll need help from Azura.
You have my support.
After you.
Before killing the Berserker, I have to have Hayato transfer Scarlet away. I also need to rely on Hayato hitting because Corrin is currently banned from landing any attacks due to his para.
I'm with you.
As expected.
For the final Berserker here, I need to keep Hayato safe and divert the Berserker away from attacking into any paired up unit. That's why I kept Silas free until now. He can take care of both problems. Scarlet unequips her weapon because I don't want her to accidentally kill the Berserker if Corrin crits. Unfortunately, not holding the Brass Naginata does make her face some crit chance, but it's still overall better odds for me. In the middle area, Ryoma uses the Dragon Vein, and then Sophie will shelter him out of the way. What I had originally planned here was to have Mitama go below Sophie to trade away the Brass Yumi, and then Midori would go inside of the range of the Adventurer to take the Brass Yumi and enemy phase the Adventurer. But evidently, I accidentally did it the other way around, so I had to make a new plan on the fly. Mitama is luckily able to enemy phase the Adventurer just fine, but the only unfortunate part about this is that I had to give Ryoma one extra kill than I would have liked.
Who's scared? Not me.
Midori hit her Profiteers on all but one of the turns on this map. That's pretty good if you ask me.
No need to worry.
You'll be alright.
Back to sleep now.
In order to kill the Berserker with Hayato, I again need to weaken it. If Corrin moves out of the way by pairing up with Silas, Scarlet can weaken the Berserker by using Hayato's Dual Strike, securing him a little bit more experience than he otherwise would get from this thing.
Let's make this quick. We weren't I'm here for you.
On my honor as a knight.
You're no match for me.
Silas goes under Azura to get refreshed by her. Then Silas flies over to the west to drop Corrin in range of all 3 berserkers that just spawned in. None of them have any ranged weapons, so Corrin just gets to feast on all of them. Ryoma's group now has 3 berserkers that they have to deal with. I need to be extra careful with the positioning of my units here because of the berserker with the hand axe in the north. Mitama weakens the one on the right side, and Orochi will weaken the one on the left. I don't want Orochi to actually kill the berserker, so this is actually a time where her terrible speed stat helps a lot.
Don't make me laugh.
I'm reserved from here. You won't pay for this?
Winning combination.
Here I was thinking about who should get the kill from this weaker berserker. I end up choosing Ryoma because I figured that the way I was going to do things was better for gaining support points, though it ended up not mattering in the slightest. In hindsight, what I should have done was put Ryoma above Mitama, then have Shiro kill the berserker on the right side using Ryoma's dual strike, and then have Midori kill the last berserker also using Ryoma's dual strike by going above him. Oh well, this experience is really not going to make much of a difference at all in the end.
Let's give it a go. I won't lose. Here we go. I've got your back. You have breathed your last. Back to the gym, I guess.
Midori has to go above Shiro in this situation because otherwise Mitama will die. I was debating on if it was better to hold a Yumi or the Brass Naginata here because I wasn't entirely sure on how the berserker was going to behave with its hand axe. I ended up deciding to go with the Brass Naginata, which interestingly made the berserker attack Midori adjacently. I'll take it.
Looks like we have no
Okay,
choice.
let's go.
I'll back you up. Go in!
The berserkers that have Gamble have 0 hit on Corrin here because of the -10 hit penalty. Corrin's kind of a beast.
You won't stop me! It's over. We have no choice. I'm here for you! I did it! Yes. I have faith in you. It's not over yet. Guess I did it right.
On turn 9, it's time for Silas to go on a world tour. He wants to ferry Corrin over to Ryoma's group to reunite him with Mitama.
On my honor as a knight.
Shiro weakens the berserker to apply sealed defense and continue building its Shuriken rank.
Not me. I'll nip this, bud. Hey!
Midori isn't quite strong enough to kill the Berserker even still, so I'll need to weaken it even further. I'll do that with Sophie's Kodachi, but I first need to make sure she can trade away Orochi, and then I second need to make sure she can't accidentally kill the Berserker herself. It's a good thing that unequipping exists.
How will we do this?
I welcome the challenge.
Here's hoping we win. Don't count Midori out.
Mitama and Orochi are going to stick around on this side of the map to help with the Dark Mages. Ryoma is going to pair up with Silas so he can get flown over to the northwest and wait for the reinforcement to come out from the fort.
Stay strong.
Scarlet and Hayato are similarly going to wait for the reinforcement Berserker that spawns in the fort near Candace.
Remain calm.
Corrin and Mitama are going to take care of the first Dark Mage, but otherwise this turn is pretty uneventful. One important thing to note is that Sophie will head back towards Candace in order to help out with the Berserker from the fort. Weakening that Berserker will allow her to get her next level up, and we'll finally be able to have Solfi.
Can you do this one?
You'll be alright.
We've reached the point of the map where what we are doing is effectively just sitting around waiting for the reinforcements to arrive. There are still, of course, things that need to get done, but that's what the bulk of our actions are going to be spent doing.
Help?
The shared route paralogs infamously have reinforcements that span way longer than what is reasonable for a player to stick around for. We've already seen a bit of that in Sophie's paralogue, but the funny part about this map is that if you don't stall Candace like the way I'm doing, she will escape and cause a game over before all the reinforcements are even done spawning. For a full route playthrough, stalling Candace isn't just a cheese strategy, it's outright required.
We ready?
Quickly now. Here I am.
Up north, I have Midori and Shiro take care of the second sorcerer because Corrin and Mitama are going to start heading back to the nearby fort and wait for the reinforcement there.
We've got this.
I'm sleepy.
As a fun fact, if Sophie had killed the strategist way back on turn 3, she'd be fast enough to double the Berserker. That'd be counterproductive though, since I'm not trying to get her to kill it, only weaken. That's why I'm having her use the Kodachi. What an incredible level up! It seems Aptitude's finally doing its thing.
I can be of service.
Frankly, I don't know why I didn't try to weaken this Berserker with Scarlet before trying to kill with Hayato. That would have increased my chance of success way more. Oh well, never punished, I guess. After getting refreshed, Hayato heads towards Ryoma as he wants to kill the Paladin after Silas weakens it on enemy phase. The Paladin luckily has a Javelin, which makes things pretty simple for me.
Everything will be fine. I've got your back. We have no choice.
Let's have some fun.
I am at your service.
Let's have at it. Here's a bitter pill.
Lame.
Show no mercy. What's yours?
After Silas equips the Beast Killer, Hayato can come in for the kill.
Enemy spotted.
I have faith in you. To the rescue!
Well, you're strong.
Since there's a lot of downtime and the opportunity presented itself, I had routed in a second try for the Paladin kill just in case Hayato failed to do so on that first attack, which is what you're seeing now. This Sing also gives Azira a voice of peace, which is going to be a crucial skill to pass down to her children.
We can do this. Together we shall prevail.
Help is coming.
Looks like we have no choice. I won't lose!
We've got this.
The next wave of enemies have spawned, so Mitama gets to work on the one that she's right next to.
We won't give up. I can help you!
So sleepy.
I'm with you.
Corrin heads back north to give rally skill to Shiro and Midori. If Mitama had failed to kill the adventurer, he could also clean up there just fine. Hinoka goes away from Candace to intercept the sorcerer in the south. Our new blockade for Candace will be Sophie.
I'll go with you.
Hayato pairs up with Silas to get flown over to the other side of the map. Hayato will be able to get just a little bit more action on this map with the sorcerer reinforcements. However, the two stationary generals are in reserve for Shiro and Midori.
Quickly now.
Be careful. This calls for a spell.
I've been waiting for this. Sorry to do this.
Midori special!
Stay focused.
Hinoka is so strong.
As it should be.
Now that Silas has delivered Hayato to Corrin, Orochi is going to join in on the Silas train as well. He'll be taking her back to the middle where Candace is.
Please remain calm.
I'm sleepy.
In Orochi's place, Hayato heals Shiro back up to full HP so he can safely weaken the general on player phase.
Let's give it a go. Game time.
Are we ready? Crossing my fingers.
Mitama pairs up with Corrin in order to get closer to Shiro's group, and Scarlet and Ryoma will start heading over there as well to set up for another escort mission.
We can do this.
No turning back now.
I'm with you.
I won't mess up this time.
Any last words?
Now Midori can finish off the general and hope for a Salvage Blow proc.
Don't drop your guard.
Amazing.
After Hayato heals Shiro back up, he'll go in range of the second general. There's also no harm in getting Corrin and Mitama involved.
Let's give it a go.
Again?
Here I am. We've got this. We're not done yet. Here we go.
Midori can do this! I'll nip this in the bud!
After you.
We stand together.
Stay strong.
Over near Candace, I did a small amount of shelter singing, but not too much.
Careful out there.
We've got this.
Everything will be fine.
And here's Midori! Midori special!
Let's go!
Unlucky. For the first two reinforcements, I'll have Corrin and Mitama kill them. The one that's level 12 is going to be fully reserved for Hayato.
We won't give up.
Victory is preordained!
I won't surrender! I did it!
Can you do this one?
I'll protect you. Let me rock!
Victory shines like the stars.
Before Hayato kills, I may as well build some more Shuriken rank for Shiro.
You'll be alright. This is my chance. Ready for this?
Here we go. You're good. Very good.
Mighty Midori!
Ryoma and Scarlet are going to position themselves in a way that lets Hayato get the maximum amount of distance so he can reach Candace and hit level 10 before the map's end.
Let's do this.
No dying on me.
We stand together.
Ready to go. Be careful.
Everything will be alright.
I'll go with you.
Now we can set up for the capture. First, Sophie hits her with the Kodachi, and then Orochi's in for the clear.
I'll try not to get in your way.
Let's keep our guard up.
We won't lose.
Our reward is the Dragon Herbs, a stat booster that gives +1 in every stat except for HP. I might use this on a unit, but it's more likely that I'll end up selling it. See you next time for our third Paralogue in a row.